There's no one who's going to beat him. I just think technically, physically now, he's at the weight and he's adapted and he's adjusted. I mean, he's even adjusted and adapted his weight for this fight individually. I mean, he put on how much weight and slowed the actual feet down because Daniel Dubois' feet were...
I believe wholeheartedly in my ability and what I can do in the ring. I have full confidence that give me a good camp or give me some time to put in the work with Andy Lee and George Lockhart. Want to come up with a good game plan, probably different to everyone else's one, and just
spoke to your man Joe Parker and he said, I will beat Oleksandr Usyk. What gives you the confidence that will happen as well, Andy?
Joe is the last challenger. We can offer something that nobody else can. Craft, cleverness, doesn't take breaks, can fight the pace.
Boxing specialists explain why Joseph Parker has what it takes to overcome Oleksandr Usyk. Even Carl Froch acknowledges that Parker has truly earned this opportunity through his perseverance and hard work. With his quick hands, sharp accuracy, and non-stop energy, Parker looks prepared for the toughest challenge of his boxing journey. But he has proven himself time and again, doing everything required to deserve this chance against Usyk. But the big question remains, can Joseph Parker really push past Usyk? One thing is certain, it would be a clash fans won't want to miss.
Did the business. Parker's done everything he needs to do now to warrant a shot at Usyk. But would you even give Joseph Parker a chance at Usyk? It'd be an interesting fight. Quite fast hands, high work rate. But let's not forget who Parker's lost to already. I mean, he lost to Dillian Whyte a few years ago, and he's since been beaten a few times by people that really couldn't lace Usyk boots. And I'm not having a go at Joseph Parker. And I do think that if anybody deserves a fight, he does. He deserves the fight, deserves the pay.
Frank Warren's announcement changes the landscape completely. Joseph Parker's WBO mandatory shot is now official. This isn't just any matchup. It's the moment Parker has been building toward his entire career, that a showdown in the UK could spark a historic night that boxing fans around the globe have been eagerly waiting for.
We now know who holds the belts, who's the number one, and he's going to have to make his mandatories now. And his first mandatory is the WBO against Joe Parker. So Joe Parker will get his opportunity. That's BO basically said we've got to start negotiating with each other, and that's what we're doing. I'd love to put...
Andy Lee highlights the edge Parker carries into this fight. He explains how Parker's stamina has improved massively, erasing those mid-round slowdowns that once cost him. With this transformation, Parker is ready to neutralize Usyk's biggest strength. His preparation proves he can maintain pressure, disrupt rhythm, and turn every round into a tactical battle.
The best of their era. Hamza wants to fight Canelo. Joe wants to fight Usyk. We always want to challenge ourselves as fighters, and we're up for...
Joseph Parker leaves no room for doubt. Everything is focused on Usyk, there are no distractions, no side agendas, just complete dedication from his entire camp. That razor-sharp mentality is exactly what a fighter needs before the toughest test of his career.
Think about that, worry about that fight until we get this one done and dusted. But this is our full focus. Myself, Andy, George, the whole team that's here from New Zealand, America, I got Rob here. Our full focus.
Tony Bellew's support speaks louder than words. When a former world champion believes in Parker's chances, it shows how significant this fight really is. Parker's resurgence is impossible to ignore. The momentum is real, and the boxing world is watching.
Yeah,
the whole heavyweight division owes Joseph Parker, so I'll just say that straight away now.
He gets his arm raised and he sails off into the sunset.
I think if this guy wins, he's literally done it all. He'll be... Would you want Joseph Parker's name on your ledger, though? I mean, maybe, the last one, possibly, maybe Parker is the only one, but I knowing him, he probably will. But if I was him, what he's done at cruiserweight, what he's done at heavyweight, he's cleaned out all the top guys, minus Joe Parker, because he hasn't had the opportunity yet. Now, I love Big Joe, but you would have to favour Usyk in a fight against Joe. If I'm Usyk, I don't even like this game. I hated this game.
Yeah.
I had to get out. I've done it. I've completed it. I've done it.
Yeah, do you know what? I might be making a U-turn now. I might be saying Parker, then retire.
Yeah, Parker, then retire.
Spencer Oliver doesn't sugarcoat it. Joseph Parker is the rightful challenger, and perhaps the only heavyweight capable of truly testing Usyk. With a WBO mandate in place, Usyk can't avoid this matchup even if he tried. What makes Parker dangerous is his evolution. Sharper footwork, stronger conditioning, and a relentless pace that could throw Usyk off balance. Oliver insists this may be Usyk's toughest fight yet, With every round capable of swinging the momentum, for Parker, it's a chance to prove he belongs among the very best. For Usyk, it's about defending his throne against a relentless contender. One thing certain, this has all the makings of an all-out war.
Who's going to beat him? You know, who is that guy? I think the guy that deserves a shot next, by the way, is Joseph Parker. He's the guy that's been waiting, and I think the WBO have mandated that fight. So unless Oleksandr Usyk vacates the belt, he will have to fight Joseph Parker next. That'll be an interesting fight. That's probably his biggest challenge.
When legends speak, the boxing world listens. Roy Jones Jr. has voiced his respect, calling Joseph Parker the man to watch right now. Roy points out Parker's special qualities, not the biggest heavyweight, but fast, intelligent, and tactical in ways others simply aren't. Under Andy Lee's training, Parker looks sharper and more confident, molding into a complete fighter. Roy sees this not just as a title fight, but as a technical showcase where one mistake could shift everything. For Parker, it's about redemption. For Usyk, it's about perfection. This battle isn't just for belts. It's for pride, legacy, and the right to be remembered.
Right now is Joseph Parker. Why? Because he's not a big heavyweight. He's quick. He throws combinations. He has a great trainer with him now, in Andy Lee, and he's more comfortable than I've ever seen him in his whole career. And so I think that is actually a very good fight for both fighters.
Roy Jones Jr. doubles down on his belief. If anyone can push Usyk to the limit, it's Joseph Parker, but he praises Parker's mix of experience, discipline, and fight IQ, which can make things extremely uncomfortable for Usyk. This fight won't be about raw power, but about timing, accuracy, and breaking rhythm piece by piece. While Roy stops short of predicting a Parker win, his confidence in Parker's ability to trouble Usyk speaks volumes. Improved fitness and Andy Lee strategies have made Parker a far more unpredictable fighter. For fans, this isn't a mismatch. It's the recipe for a classic heavyweight clash.
Joseph Parker is the best fight for him right now because Joseph Parker is a guy who has the qualities and the experience that it would take to give Usyk the hardest time. I'm not saying he's going to beat Usyk by no means, but he will give Usyk the hardest time of anybody. And if anybody, I think, if they said, Roy, you got to take one guy right now, put your money on again.
Ada Oladipo can't hide his excitement when discussing Parker's resurgence. He applauds Parker's bold challenges, noting how each one becomes sharper and more calculated to him. Parker versus Usyk isn't just another bout. It's the fight boxing needs right now. Parker's hunger, confidence, and persistence have forced the sport to take notice. Unlike many, Parker doesn't wait for opportunities. He creates them. That's why this matchup feels destined to be a heavyweight classic. Two skilled fighters, contrasting styles, and one massive prize on the line.
Unique. I feel like it's going to fall on deaf ears.
Unfortunately, it will.
I appreciate the call out.
I appreciate that. I remember he did it with Dylan White and Anthony Joshua last year. And every one of them, they just get better and better. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I will say this now, right? I would rather see Parker versus Usyk than Dubois versus Usyk. I'll say it now.
Really?
I don't think we'll get Parker.
Johnny Nelson breaks down Usyk's dominance over Daniel Dubois, stripping away every weapon Dubois brought. But that's what makes Parker's challenge unique. He offers something completely different: better footwork, higher fight IQ, and the stamina to keep pushing without fading. Usyk thrives on mentally breaking opponents, but Parker's experience and composure set him apart. The real question: can Usyk control someone as sharp, fast, and confident as Parker? With Parker's defense and counterpunching improved, Usyk might be forced out of his comfort zone.
Daniel took away everything, all these attributes. He took away his jab, took away his power, took away his movement, took away his confidence, to the point where Daniel was putting his backside on the floor thinking, wow, we're only in round 5 here, and I'm getting chopped up.
Joseph Parker isn't holding back. He wants Usyk next, plain and simple. His respectful tone shows both confidence and class, recognizing Usyk's recovery while making clear he's ready. This isn't just another call-out. It's a declaration of belief from a fighter peaking at the right time. Under Andy Lee, Parker has grown stronger, smarter, and more dangerous. This time, it's not about proving he belongs. It's about seizing his destiny. Focused, calm, and determined, Parker makes one thing clear. He's no longer chasing chances, he's creating them.
I know Usyk said he deserves his time to relax and chill with his family. When he's ready, I'll love to open up negotiations and see if we can make the fight happen.
Duke McKenzie and Paul Smith shed light on the business side of boxing, reminding us that money always plays a role. While they're confident Usyk versus Parker will happen, financial opportunities elsewhere could delay it. That's what makes this matchup special. Both fighters want it, and fans demand that Parker's climb back to the top has been one of the most compelling stories in the division. Usyk's dominance has earned global respect. This fight isn't just about mandatory defenses or titles. It's about legacy. With both hunger and financial stakes high, negotiations will be intense. But everything points to this collision being inevitable. A night that could define heavyweight boxing history.